Okay, what's on the agenda? I'm gonna play a lot. Do a few recordings this time. Right, so I messed up that girl, right? I didn't get to finish one of the missions. So she's trapped here. I'm probably gonna have to get her out. And we're waiting here for a while, so we've got a few cycles. I think we should make money. Oh, wait. Okay. I think we should probably try to make money and scrap. Oh, I have Yannick. I should still try to make money. Let's do a couple Yannicks. A couple Yannicks here and there. Oh, that's gonna finish him. We'll give it a sec, because I don't want to stack too much responsibilities. Oh, I can't make money off of this girl. I should probably do some of this so that when I'm ready to come to it. It's done. Oh, what does that say again? Ankita wants it all out. Weapons, countermeasures, torpedoes. It would be a risky job if you didn't know Amber so well. Ho ho ho! Working on Amber again is a joy. You know every inch of this hull. After all, you fitted half of it. You're damn right. I think I'll leave that there too. Let me get my bearings. Where is my favorite, or what is my favorite way to make money? I should save one ship mine just in case I need it for something at some point. So I get to farm mushrooms and sell those there. Never done that yet. I should do it at least once. Use this again? Yeah, I remember that guy. I don't necessarily know this is a good source of cash. 13 plus 4. Ooh, do I always get 24? I don't think so. Do you? We're gonna do that until until we see something else happen. That's good money right there. The tabla room. Okay. Ah, the cat. second cycle. So we're probably gonna see peak. I'm re-rolling these right now. Actually, yeah, I did. $24? Oh my god. I just looked at it. The Mingi. Beautiful. Okay. All right, let's do this. Helen, I'm sorry, Sleeper. Helen comes towards you along the walkway, but your friend must have known there was a chance this would happen. She seems unsure how to greet you and looks nervously around. She is being held along with her ship. What now? I don't know, Sleeper. I don't know. Helen pinches the bridge of her nose. Cordon Security has your friend, and she and her ship will be held in the quarantine until it is lifted. As for the quarantine, she glances at her slate. We are working on it, but the council is unlikely to budge now, not after this. She runs a hand through her hair. This is the last thing I needed. Helen meets your eye. She managed to smuggle some supplies through, but we couldn't trace them. The refugees had already hidden them by the time we arrived. And the refugees? Well, the flotilla got its supplies. Your friend has to be commended for that. Helen shoots you a glance. Even if her stunt has only worsened the crisis, the reports we are getting from the refugees is that things are stable there. They seem to be well organized. So well organized, in fact, that they have stopped speaking to us. She looks around. She looks nervously around. I'm worried, Steeper, about what is happening in there. But after recent events, Cordon Security are keeping the place locked down tighter than ever. No one can get in. Meanwhile, the hardline counselors are preaching in the chamber as we speak. Oh, preaching in their chamber. It's a deadlock, and I don't know when it will loosen its grip. Helen walks a little away and turns back. I wish I had better news, Sleeper, but we knew this was coming. What can be done? It's a waiting game now. I'll do my best to make my voice heard in the debates to persuade members, and we will see what can be done. We still don't know why the flotilla came here, why they abandoned settlements and outposts throughout the system to flee to this ruined station. What little we heard from them concerned computer and life support systems collapsing in waves, machinery in flux. Helen sucks in a breath. This isn't over. You think of the people of the flotilla. Helen is right. People don't abandon their homes for nothing. What wave is rushing through the system, and when will it reach the eye? Helen interrupts your thoughts. I have to go. The debates will restart soon, and I should be there. She waits for a moment, and it is unclear if she is trying to think of something to say or just waiting for you to speak. but the silence keeps you both quiet, and she walks off down the corridor. A nod, the only farewell she offers. You hoped that speaking to her might ease the knot of worry in your chest, but it remains there, reminding you of Eshi, of the refugees, and of the wait ahead. What is done, no matter how many times you turn it over in your head. You get the feeling you will need it soon, and for that, you must save your strength. What was it Feng told you? Erlin said? The eye opens for us all. Not this time. For now, the eye remains closed to those that need it. A shudder runs through you. Something is coming. You can feel it. This isn't over. Alright. 3 cycles, something big. 3 cycles, something big. Something good. 3, 4, 5. I still can collect. Okay. Alright, let's end the cycle. Use one of these bad boys. Or should I? No, I'll wait until this bad thing happens. What's with these die? You roll. Hey! I think I'm going to... First, I need to empty the Avery. Let's go ahead. Nice. Collect spores. It's gonna hurt. Okay. This is good. Whoops. Hard to get the things that I need for my free stabilizer. But what I'm gonna do, I don't think anyone else wants these Matsutake caps at the moment. We get a little. Actually, let's go find our guy Emphis. And I'm looking to sell these caps, but I'll probably keep 3. Where is Emphis? For the low 12 chits. Okay. What was I gonna do? Sell. We need to see how much this does. Paz knows the spacer he will take Matsutake out the starboard belt, but only in bulk. 80 cryo for 3 batches. 80 cryo is good money. Yes, very good. We'll keep three. We'll keep 3 of these 2. 3 griddle caps. Don't know who else needs those. We'll definitely buy as much we can here. Ooh, 30 cryo. So we need to get that. Yeah, we need to get that. 6s only. Wait. Only can do it one more time. Ah, okay. I see. And what's this again? Merchants. End cycle. So it's gone now. It's fine. Our next best thing is Tavla. What does this do again? I didn't read how much I got, you know. I don't know if it said 24 or not. Okay. Ooh, disgusting. Right. I think I'm going to be forced to do... I feel like I'm gonna be forced to do this one. So, what we will do... Who knows? I might need some scrap too. Let me go get some scrap. I'll hurt my condition because I'm gonna use my pill anyway. Yeah. Briar Base Camp. Let him know I'm ready. Okay. End cycle. Dice ain't great. It hits you like a wave, a white-edged breaker roaring inland with the force of the entire ocean. That was scary. The impact. The eye. The impact is a screaming brightness, blanking out everything. Behind it is silence. You float in silence, suspended. No, you do not float. You are the silence. It has filled you up. It has emptied you out. You cease to exist. Time passes, though you do not feel it passing. Then something flickers in the silence, and then something moves. That something is you. You open your eyes to a metal ceiling of flickering lights. You feel the floor around you, patting it with shaking hands. You assemble an image of yourself lying on your back in a corridor. You shake off the silence and sit up. What was that? You glance around looking for a sign of some change. Damage on the walls, shouts in the distance, fear and fire. Nothing has changed. The silence sits around you like fog. You try to think, furrowing your brow. How do you think again? It doesn't seem so easy anymore. You force the pathways to light up, the data banks to grant access. You feel like fraction drive starting up. You feel like a fraction drive starting up after a long shutdown in cold vacuum. In the silence was negation, a disassociation so absolute that electrons shed their tethers and considered new paths and orbits. All things were possible, but none could be achieved. It was only a moment, but in that moment, time ceased to function. A memory, image, comes to you, one from moments before the wave hit. You squint as you imagine it, trying to cohere its blurry form. A broken skeletal ring, the eye, and then a vast arc approaching it, a razor-edged white curve, the wave. This is the thing that people are running from? The wave approaches the eye spins, turning each part to face that vast white edge. You recognize their skeletal data cloud forms, the bright market, the low end, the greenway, the wastes, then the wave hits just as the flotilla, the cordon, turns to face it. And after that, everything is silence. You open your eyes again. That is the epicenter. But of what? What the hell just happened? We need to eat. We need to eat. Okay, let's start this peak. Cautious spacer. Even before you reach the cordon, the damage is obvious. The blinking red lights, the drones, the tugs, all are gone. Half the cordon's frame has also been shorn away, perhaps through the impact of some fallen ship. People push past you in the corridor, both Havenage staff and contractors, clearing the cordon. Push forward. You push through the flow of people, and despite a few suspicious looks, they offer no resistance. The further you pass into the cordon, the less people you see. You can see a few sections have been closed off, their bulkhead doors sealed and red warning lights punctuating the corridors. But otherwise, most areas seem functional. Suddenly you feel a hand fall on your shoulder. Havenage security? You should have known better than to wander into this place. You brace yourself as you turn. Sleeper. Peek's wide eyes greet you as you turn. The cordon. They glance around, panicked. It's gone down. The Briar and Eshi are still in there. Do you think she did this? Or perhaps Havenage messed up. They start pulling you towards the edge of the cordon. We should find her. What if? What is the cordon? Is it this thing? Calm down, Peek. I'm gonna tell him to calm down. Peek looks frustrated. We are not standing back and watching this time, Steeper. Not again. Let's be careful. Peek bristles. I don't want to be careful, Sleeper. I want to see my friend. They raise their voice over the whines of alarms. This could be part of some Havenish plan to clear the flotilla. It isn't. Peek pauses. What do you know, Sleeper? Something hit the station. There was a wave. There was a wave. He frowns. A wave? What do you mean? They pause to think. A signal that only affects electrical systems, perhaps. An EMP would have taken out most of the station, but... Peak runs a hand through their hair. I don't know what you are saying, Sleeper. That doesn't sound... They look away down the corridor for a moment. Look, I have to find Eshi. I'm sure you felt something, but we can talk about that later. They set off down the corridor. I can't sit around talking any longer. Find me on the flotilla. I'm going to find a way to Eshi, no matter what. With that, they rush away into the depths of the cordon, leaving you behind. Seems like you'll need to follow if you want to get any answers. Cordon. Let's see. Oh my god, okay. Scrap for passage. You find a small shuttle scavenging supplies from the cordon to take back to the flotilla. They'll take you too long, too, if you bring some scrap along. Okay, we have some time here. I got scrap, but I should get 2 more. Let's just use the good one. Always use the good ones first. Da, da, da. Nice. Terrible. I'm gonna try and use these dice on let's do this girl. Safe. There we go. Okay. Once this job is ready, you better be ready to make a fast decision. Stay with Moritz or go with Ankita and Bliss. So, now we know if I go with them, the game will end. We'll get an alternative ending and then we'll be able to reload, so we have to do that. Amber looks better than she ever has before. Bliss has done an incredible job of cleaning up the hull, and despite the exterior changes being limited, she has the impression of being lighter, somehow sleeker than before. Moritz just by. He has been loading up the final equipment onto Amber. It turns out Ankita will be taking her weapons, but packed and ready to sail at the first starboard belt port she hits. But now that Moritz is done, he seems in a kind of daze, floating back and forth aimlessly. You okay, Moritz? What's that? He turns. Oh right, yeah, packed and stacked. He smiles a weak smile. Was hoping Miss Cassetta would let me keep a warhead. What do you think of her? Miss Cassetta? He shrugs. She seems tired and old, like older than she looks. A sleeper. He looks down. Did you know Bliss was leaving? You understand now, she told him. That's why he is like this. I did. He nods, distractedly. She said this place is mine. He looks up around the bay, like it is suddenly some vast space he doesn't know what to do with. You'll do a great job. He looks down at you. Hey, thanks. He smiles. I appreciate you saying that. Not many people believed in me before now. First Bliss, then you. A dark look suddenly crosses his face. Hey, Sleeper. There was something Bliss said. He meets your eye. Are you going too? Before you can answer, Ankita glides into the bay, a massive crate on her shoulder. Sleeper, you coming or what? Bliss is already on board. She stops by the terminal, holding herself in place. Moritz looks at her with a dazed expression. You look at Ankita. She's keeping it together now. She's packed all those bad feelings down someplace where you'll never see them and built a tough foundation on top. She may not be a mercenary anymore, but you imagine most people would think twice before trying to cross her. Well, she looks at you. I'm not eager to spend another moment of my time on this station unless I have to. She pauses, looking between you and Moritz. She sighs. I'll give you a minute. And she kicks off with the crate, taking it to the end of the bay where the amber sits docked. You look back at Moritz. I'm going. Moritz looks like he might pass out. I get it. He steels himself. It's the right decision. Stay silent. Hey, look. He moves a little closer. You've got to find what you need. I did. Bliss? This place? You? This was everything I needed. He sniffs. I was in a bad place, and this pulled me out. He looks away. You go find it. Ankita comes back across the bay, the final crate stowed. You coming then, sleeper? I'm coming. She nods. We're okay. Okay then. Come on over with your things and I'll get you settled. She pauses. I'm sure Amber will be happy to have you. You both glide away from Moritz. His eyes wet, but a smile on his face. He waves as you go, dwarfed by the vast bay, and you hope he will make it, even though you know, somehow, that he will. Ankita helps you through the lock, onto the amber, and the sense of familiarity is overwhelming. You think about all the time you spent working in these corridors, listening to these sounds, diagnosing those hisses. Ankita gives you a minute before she speaks. Look, sleeper, I'm not going to go back over everything that happened, she sighs. I'm trying to put that behind me. She stops, unsure of how to proceed. It's okay, the past is done. She nods. She stops. Thank you. I don't know if we can begin again, but we can. Move on. She sounds pained, tired. As you move off down the corridor towards the berths, she tries again. I don't think it was that I thought the wrong things about who or what you are. I think I just didn't think. Of you, I mean. I didn't think about how things might affect you. And I realized I've been like that for a long time. Focused, stubborn, willing to get the job done at any cost. She pauses. This is hard for her, but you don't want to interrupt. Well, I'm sick of paying the cost. I'm sick of being used as an extension of something bigger, something crueler than me, and having that cruelty, that violence flow through me. I just want to be me for a while. She looks down, or at least figure out who that is. She takes a deep breath. So what I'm saying is, you can get off at the first port we hit in the belt. I wouldn't blame you. It's a smart move. She pauses. Or you can stick around and we'll see if we can find a way to make space for all of us. She looks away, her energy exhausted. Thank you. She nods. Nothing else. This is you. She turns you to a small room with a bunk and a porthole to the flickering lights outside. The outside wall is sloped, like a roof, and tucked beneath it is a small desk and terminal. Bliss is next door, though I think she's in the hold right now. She said she wants to make sure the warheads are locked down tight, and Keto observes your nervous response. I mean, they are, obviously. She gives you a look, and Keto slips away, and you look around the room. You go over the porthole and place a hand on the wall and feel Amber purr. You think you are going to like it here. You stay like that for a while, looking out the porthole. One hand on the wall, feeling the ship. It is through that porthole that you will watch the eye getting smaller and smaller, drowning in the black. At some point, it will become so small that you could hold it between your thumb and index finger, and then it will wink out, and you won't be able to see it anymore. And it is at that moment that you will finally exhale and collapse onto your bunk. In moments, you will be asleep, and when you wake up, it will be among friends, on your way to somewhere new. I love these little endings. I kind of felt like it would be cheating to do it this way, but I also feel like it's intended. It's just like, hey man, experience as many of the alternatives as you can. I like it though. So I chose to stay with Ankita. Alright. That's cool. What was that? Language, oh. Alright, that's enough sentimental stuff. Choose to stay on the eye. Ultimately, if there is no certain way for me to get stabilizer, I'm choosing to stay on the eye, because I can survive here. Where am I? Is it gonna give me the same row? It's cool. Continue. Okay, so you okay? I think I said no. Yeah, I think I said okay. What do you think of her? I think I said. I did. You'll do a great job. I'm staying. Which looks like he might pass out. Stefa, are you sure? Are you doing this for me? Let's say this. For him. I'm more staying for me though. The Bay needs me. He laughs. Couldn't leave me alone with the place in the end, huh? He laughs again. Ankita comes back across the bay, the final crate stowed. You staying in, Stefa? I'm staying. She nods. We're okay. One less mouth to feed. She pauses. Look, Stefa, I'm not going to go back, blah blah blah. We read that. But I hope you find what you're looking for here. She smiles and kicks off, gliding to the ambergris and the starboard belt beyond. You both watch in silence as Amber's drives fire up, I guess this is our place now, says Maurice, the weight of everything suddenly hitting him. Your place. He smiles. Okay, but I'll need some help from time to time. You both stay for a while to watch Amber and Bliss and Akita leave. And then Maurice goes to the racks to finally implement a new organizational system, and you head out, promising to be back to check on things soon. As you glide around the soft curve of the hub, you catch glimpses of the distant stars flickering through the windows. They are beautiful, it's true. By now, you think of them as a distraction. In your time on the eye, you've realized there's nothing out there waiting for you. No fresh stars, no bright futures, just a whole load of problems you haven't found yet. No, your place is here, among the people you know and the problems you know. You wish Angita and Bliss the best of luck out in the belt. But as you do, you focus on the eye, on the vast spinning rim that rotates around its hub, on its buildings and flashing lights, on its people and places. This is your home, and for now, it contains all the futures you need. You're damn right. Moritz! Next round is yours. Moritz arrives at the table with a couple of steel drink canisters, typical of the hub's only bar, the Gimbal Lounge. He settles into the wedding beside the table and clunks them down onto the magnetic table. This place, you have decided, is ridiculous. A rapidly spinning, cavernous sphere. A rapidly spinning cavernous sphere, the gimbal's weak gravity, just like the gravity at the eye's rim, is created by its gut-wrenching rotation. The interior surface of the sphere is the gimbal's floor, which descends towards the equator, where one long bar loops around the entire circumference. Tumbling out from that central ring are an array of booths and seating arrangements equipped with all kinds of harnesses and webbing to keep the customers in place. Those harnesses are there because the gimbal doesn't quite spin up fast enough, and you watch as the clientele bounce towards the bar in lazy arcs or shift from table to table with graceful leaps. What are you thinking? Asks Maurice, noticing you staring out into the gimbal. How weird this place is. Maurice glances around, as if for the first time. Yeah, Bliss never used to like coming here. Maurice takes a drink and stretches. So Sleeper, you sticking around? If you'll have me. Not sure. Maurice nods. No pressure. Maurice rubs the back of his head. One cycle at a time. That's how we'll take it. Nice and easy. You aren't sure if he is talking to himself or you. We'll make it. He lifts his drink for a toast. To the next cycle, he pronounces and knocks it back. Later, when you finally leave the gimbal, Maurice is still laughing. You help him out of the spinning gimbal and back into the hub, sending him on his way home to the bay. Then you pause for a moment to watch the stars as they spin and spin around the eye. You smile to yourself and think of Bliss and Ankita out there somewhere among those points of light. To the next cycle. Bliss's Bay. That's 32 cryo. Risky Engineers 2 though. This is good. Let's see. A16. Should have read that. The Bay is taking on low-scale repair contracts now. Maurice is happy to offload some of the work to you. That song that was just playing, that's probably my favorite one. All right, we're getting money again, straight. Just dishing the crackers out. Making it rain with them crackers. Whoa, something looks weird here now. That's a good roll. Some good dice. So the other thing I have to do is Yannick. But first, let's go make some cash. We'll use this for 20 cryo, I see, 20 only. Manage an M2 converter rewire in record time, giving you and Maurice some spare time to chat around recent business. Let's go to Tavla. I'm a gambling man. Where is it? The Tavla room. As I walk in, I'm back, bitchy. Give me my money. Yeah, that's good. That's good money. That's good source of money. Okay, Yannick. Danger. What do you mean? Do I lose Yannick's trust? Energy. Let's see. Let me see something. Actually, you almost laugh when you see it. The same small recorder stuck to a different wall this time. Written across the fluorescent tape is that familiar word, sleeper. You grab it quickly. Rabaya says sorry. Sabine's voice sparks up once again. She said she didn't have time to brief you before setting you up with the old man. I'm sure you've got the play-by-play. Sorry, I'm sure you've got the play by now. Earn his trust, work the luck. Then we need you to get into his office. A pause. It's risky. Oh, I'm gonna betray him? But obviously, you are the only one of us he doesn't already know. It's risky, but obviously you are the only one of us he doesn't already know. I see. Either way, we need to locate the link to SNR. You hear a shout in the background of the recording. Rabaya says, be careful, so those two are getting along just fine now. Sabine continues. The data suggests there's some relay, processing the implant data and sending it to SNR, but we can't lock down its position. Okay. Either he is moving it, or it's moving itself, or it is rerouting through other relays. We can't understand it. Maybe you can find some details on it in his office. Once he trusts you, you should be able to get close enough to get in the office. You'll only get one shot. The recording creaks and whines. That's the final piece of this puzzle to end this. A pause. Good luck, sleeper. I'm sorry too. Be safe. The recording clicks. Clicks off, leaving you in silence. You pocket the recorder, just in case, and walk away. Looks like it is up to you. Okay. But first, what's up, Amphus? Perfect. Yannick. Find the relay, and I need a 6 die. Yannick has asked you to collect his medicine from his office. Now is the only chance to find that Essen Arc relay. He could be just like trapping me. You spot the countermeasure on the drawer moments before you touch it. This has to be it, but you can't rush it. You look at the countermeasure on the drawer. It looks like some kind of shock trap. If you grab the drawer, you'd likely have thousands of volts running through your system right now. You wince. Once you find the anchor points, it comes away easily enough. You prise it from the drawer quickly and quietly, then listen for footsteps in the corridor outside. Nothing. All clear for now. You slide the drawer open, looking for other countermeasures that might be inside, expecting to see a chunk of tech, the relay. But as you slip it open, all you see is a handful of wires and an empty implant cradle. Is this some kind of mistake? You freeze for a moment, unsure what to do next. Why keep an implant cradle so carefully guarded? You remember Yannick having an implant, a small plate on the side of his head, just above his ear. You assumed it was for hearing or vision. Those shimmering glasses of his come back to you in your memory, his strange movements, his speech. You look again at the cradle and there it is, printed on the frame. Proprietary technology, property of Essen Arc. Ravaya said the relay moved, that they couldn't get a fix on it. What if Yannick was the relay? The thought hits you like a shock. Yannick with a remote relay implanted in his head, networked to every single implanted enforcer in the low end. A shudder runs through you. Is he even in control, or has Essen Arc wormed its way into the man? Could he even be considered separate from the corporation itself? You think of your own legal status as proprietary technology, a puppet with cut strings. Time to cut Yannick's strings then. You reach around inside the cradle and find it, a remote connection, a tiny bead of a transmitter, likely controlling the link to Essen Arc. There it is. You pause for a moment, then you squeeze it, snap it from the frame and it crumples, sparks, and dies. It takes a moment before the shouts come, before the scream, and you are already on your way out, down the corridor, down through the unit that serves as a lobby to Yannick's office, then out onto the walkway where Yannick lies still, enforcers gathered around him, bemused. Approach. You push through the crowd and there he is, still crumpled. You arrange him a little, lie him down properly, feeling how thin his body is under his suit. You wonder how long he has been like this, a puppet for Essen Arc. With the connection cut, nothing remains but his body, which means that Yannick, the man, was gone a long time before now. Oh my god. You place a hand on his chest. You are sorry for him, but it is done now. And you did not kill this man. You've seen enough. The connection is cut, and whatever Yannick was, or had become, is gone. Your anger is a hardcore in your chest, and all of it is focused on Essen Arc. You're saying they killed him and controlled his body, or they just waited for him to die and controlled his body. Rubaya's office. But wait for a bit, the aftermath. The low end is wild with stories about Yannick's death. You are still waiting for Rubaya to get in touch, but you trust that she will. Right now, I am obsessed with making some cash moolah. And do I get +2 on the games? Nah. How much? 0 upgrades. Oh my god, it's getting hard to get points. That's my build then, yeah? Sheesh. going to earn a little bit more. 20 coinage. And cycle. Not bad. Gimbal Lounge. A little expensive. One more cycle. Cordon. Oh wait, one more cycle, just get scrap. Did that say +2? No, 1. Ooh. Oh, look at this. Two club hits. How much was it for? Oh, I have to wait. Cool, that's perfect. Let's get some food from here. I'm gonna use 1 scrap. And rest.